Hello and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, I'm glad you're back. In today's video, I kept on thinking of like summer nails, and all I could see was like sea and stuff like that, and I was like, it's not time for that yet. At least in UK, it's not, because it's the weather is still bad here, so we're not ready for the beach yet. So then I thought, I'll do something with neons, and then I decided to add flowers on top. So I did a very kind of subtle neon-y background with a bit of texture. It's gonna be really easy to achieve. And then on top of that, I just created some really simple flowers that basically look more complicated than they actually are. Like, honestly, they're so simple to do. You're gonna think it's ridiculous when you're gonna see the way to create them. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you will enjoy today's video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. It really helps me. Subscribe to my channel, share this with your friends, all of the stuff. And with all of that said, let's do some nails. I will start off with Void from the Kirsty Meakin Gel Polish collection, and I'll apply 2 layers of this and cure each for 30 seconds in my LED lamp. Then I will remove the sticky layer, as you'll see in a second. You can also put a matte top coat if you don't want to remove the sticky layer, but keep in mind with how many layers you do put, because we still have to put 2 more layers of top coat on this, so just be wary of that. Then I'm gonna use Whiteout. I'm gonna use this really cheap brush that doesn't really have a brand name. It's from a set and I don't mind ruining. And then I'm gonna use El Ombre brush from Ink London. I'm gonna start off by using a little bit of product, so that brush doesn't have a lot of product in it, just so I can see, like, I don't want to start with a lot of product to have to remove it. I'm gonna start with a little bit and add if I need to. And then I'm using that ombre brush to kind of like add a bit more texture there at the bottom. This is basically just me playing with this. Then I'm going in with that brush that I didn't mind ruining, and I'm applying a bit of cleanser. And the reason why I say that this brush is going to get ruined is because cleanser is basically alcohol and acetone mixed together, so it will fluff up your brush and ruin the texture of it. So keep that in mind whenever you're using. I always keep really cheap brushes in my sets, just to make sure that I have something to ruin. And then again, this is just me playing with it. I'm adding a bit more, I'm taking a bit more, just to see what textures I can get. And this is actually really lovely to do. I really enjoyed playing with this. It's mesmerizing, honestly. It's awesome, so try it. Also keep in mind that the neon powders will stick to most of the nail, even though it seems like there's no product there, that it will still be a very thin layer of product, so don't forget about that. Keep that in mind. The reason it will look a bit different is because on some sides it's going to be black underneath, and then on some sides it's going to be white, so yeah. Then I'm going in with Indigo Nails neon powders, and I'm using the blue, the pink, the purple. You can see the names here, orange, and then the yellow. The reason I didn't say the names is because I completely forgot the first couple of them. Anyway, then I'm using this brush, which is basically an acrylic brush from a really cheap set, again, that I didn't mind ruining. This brush should never be used with acrylic because it's synthetic and the acrylic sticks to it, but it's great for things like this because it is a fluffy brush, and again, I don't mind ruining because it's really cheap. And as you can see, I'm applying the neon powders in an order, just to create that difference between the colors, to really make them pop. And then, as you saw, I went sideways to like brush it off first, and then I went up and down, just because I didn't want to bring any of that blue over the yellow and the other way around. So brushing it sideways, or however you made the design, is going to make sure that you keep those colors separate, and then you can brush up and down to make sure you remove everything. Then here I'm going in with a shiny top coat. I'm using the Ultimate No Wipe from Ink London, and you can see that all the black spots that we had before, they actually do have that neon powder over the top. And then I'm applying a layer of matte top coat. The reason why I did this, I cured the shiny top coat, by the way, and the reason why I did this is because if you would have applied the matte top coat straight over the neon powders, they would have moved, because the matte top coat kind of tends to like melt things like that, so they would have become really muddy. So the shiny top coat is keeping them in place. Then I'm using the No Wipe gel paint from Ink London, and in white, and I'm using also this middle liner from Glitter Bells, and I'll just create some flowers. This was just basically doodling. I absolutely loved doing this, and you can do whatever design you want, whatever your client wants. Anything you're gonna put on top of this nail is going to pop and it's gonna look amazing. So honestly, anything you can think of, you can add here, even like only simple swirls and stuff like that. It would look absolutely incredible, and it just, I love it. I absolutely love it. I wasn't sure of how it's gonna look, and to be honest, I wanted to like do a few trial sets to see, but then I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna film it and see how it comes out. And to be honest, I am not regretting this, honestly. I usually try my designs a few times, but I don't know why, what was in my head that day, but I was like, I'm gonna just try to film and see what comes out, and if something comes out, I'm gonna keep the footage. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And God, I'm happy I did, because I don't think I could have like, I mean, I would have done exactly the same thing. So yeah, anyway, you're gonna see me just creating different flowers, and that's gonna give us a lot of textures. I'm not necessarily 100% happy with everything, as you'll see in a couple of minutes, but most of them look really good. So yeah, basically anything you can think of, add it here. And what is really nice is because you have that matte surface underneath, this gel paint, because it doesn't have a sticky layer, it's gonna stay shiny, and it doesn't need a top coat or anything like that. So you can do whatever you want, and you can, you know, keep it like this, and you have that like difference between the shiny and the matte. And then here I tried to do kind of some swirls, and I did not like, and then I transformed them into some kind of leaves, and to be honest, they get lost in the thing. I did not like them, but at the end I thought they round the design nicely, so I just kept them there. And also, if you're afraid you're gonna mess up, which apparently I wasn't, I was very confident, but again, I didn't think I'm gonna necessarily keep the footage or not. Make sure that if you do something that you like, you cure the nail, just because otherwise, if you mess up like I did, you can actually like remove it easily without worrying, whereas I didn't. I just kept on going as if I was doodling on paper, and that's it. I didn't take my own advice here, but I'm happy with it. I'm really happy, and I really love how those leaves at the top there came out. So yeah, then I just filled up the nail with like a few dots in here and there, and that added a difference in texture again. And then I tried to do something there at the bottom that I have no idea what I tried, but again, I didn't cure anything at this point, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna remove it, I'm just gonna leave it there. And yeah, I'm very happy with this nail, honestly. So let's just ignore the fact that I hated it. I hated most of the things in the first at the beginning. Anyway, next I just took that ombre brush, and I'm basically just dragging onto the nail just to see what kind of texture I can get. And oh my god, this was such a good idea. Like, I love this nail. It's probably my favorite from this set of 3, because look at that, it kind of looks like hair a little bit, and it's just so gorgeous. But yes, you can see even here that In the areas where it's just like black in between the lines of white, you can see that it's actually the neon powder stayed there a little bit. So keep that in mind. If you want a very, very clean kind of design, make sure that you kind of clean in between the lines. I don't know how you do that, but yeah. Or maybe just get used to the fact that it's not gonna look very neat. That's an idea as well. Anyway, I had this idea in mind of you doing some leaves and then kind of them being at the top on one side and then having something at the bottom. So like these are like hanging over the whole thing, which is exactly what I tried to do. Again, you don't have to copy anything. You can do your own designs. You can do whatever you want. You can do animal print. You can do, I don't know. My mind went blank right now. Geometric designs. I have no idea. But yeah, you can do whatever you want. I just went with flowers because I absolutely love designs with flowers, and most of my clients do as well. And flowers are kind of one of the easiest things you can do in nail art because they need to look organic, so they don't need to look perfect necessarily. So yeah, basically just do whatever you want. But you can see how nice like the flowers there at the top, because I've put that yellow underneath them, it looks like they're kind of shining through, and then at the bottom you're gonna see some flowers as well in a minute, and it's gonna look like they're shining through again. And I don't know, I just really loved this design. I loved this nail so much. So then on the bottom there I just added some flowers. Again, you can play with textures, do whatever you want. Make sure you add a bit of texture, and I would honestly love to see, if you're trying this design, I would love to see what you do. I just love different people's ideas. It's absolutely amazing to see what someone can do with the same design, trying to copy the same design and getting their own like spin on it. It's absolutely incredible. So I would really love to see it. So tag me in it, please. And also I would love for you to let me know in the comments, what else do you want to see? I don't know, do you want more simple designs? Do you want something more complicated? Because I've been doing quite a few complicated designs, and I'm thinking that some people would like more simple ones. I don't know, maybe let me know, and I'll see, I'll try to kind of do whatever people ask me to, because at the end of the day I'm creating this content for you guys. I'm not getting anything for it, so why wouldn't you actually enjoy it? So yeah, anyway, the third nail, I liked that texture so much, so I wanted to do it again, and I wanted to play with the colors a little bit. So I put that yellow line, the really light line, in the middle, and then I went out in the same order, and you can see that I went sideways again with brushing, just so I don't get those colors muddy at all. And then I'm applying layer of shiny top coat and the layer of matte top coat and curing everything. And then I just kind of painted a flower in the middle, and I like this nail as well. I really do. But that middle one must be my favorite. I don't know, it's just something about it. It makes me want to go and sit in that garden that's so colorful and beautiful. And I digress. Anyway, you can see that I'm not letting anything kind of simple. I am adding a bit more textures, lines here and there, and because it's basically, it would be like a black and white design, so it's just like a line design. You don't have any color inside anything. Adding more texture is gonna add a lot more interest into your design, so I feel like you need to do that for it not to be, a bit, not boring, just, maybe a bit boring, for it not to be a bit boring. So I just added some lines here and there, but you see how easy it is. You honestly just need to know how to create a leaf shape, and then you can do most of the stuff that I did until now. if you manage to do that. So yeah, it's as simple as that. And you can see nothing is like perfect. None of my lines are like even or anything, but I absolutely love how it looks at the end. So yeah. Oh, I've been rambling about nothing for a long time, and I am sorry, but I have no idea how to explain more about this. Then obviously these flowers at the bottom are unopened. I tried at least to make them look like they're unopened. And then I just filled up the area with leaves and stuff, because again, more detail means more interest. It means that it's gonna look absolutely incredible. And then I decided to add a rose there because I really loved the rose on the first nail. So I thought, you know what, this nail needs a rose. I don't know, I love these little roses. They're so easy to do and just look so good and elegant. I don't know, I just really love them. And then I tried to do like an unopened rose here, but I don't know if I succeeded necessarily. I just kind of did it and called it a day, and then I added some more dots to fill up the space and add more interest and more texture, and I love it. I love every single one of these, and I hope you do too. And then again, I really hope you're gonna do something that's, you know, I just something, anything, just do anything, and I would love to see it. So these are all done now, and I really love them. Like honestly, this set is so good. If you feel like it's a bit too dark, then don't use black as a background. I really wanted that black and white kind of contrast. I thought it was gonna look fantastic, so I did that. And then because I didn't use a lot of that white, as you saw, I used it really thinly, and I even like cleansed a little bit of it. Then the neons are not gonna pop as much as if you would just use straight up white, or you know, like I wanted a texture background, so that's why it doesn't look very neony. It's not really slapping you in the face with the colors, but at the same time I think they look fantastic. I really love them, and I hope you do too. And if you try to recreate them, please tag me, because I would love to see. And yeah, I think that's it. With all of that said, I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.